Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jay's Fifth Down Football Podcast. I'm your host Jaden Gay. Today on the podcast, I have with me Darren Grainger. He's a starting quarterback at Georgia State University, man. So everybody, please welcome him to the show. Thanks for joining us tonight, Darren. We appreciate
Appreciate
your
for having
time.
me.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. No problem at all. So before we get into it, man, make sure you guys check us out. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you get your favorite podcasts at. Also on TikTok as well. So follow us there. Um, we're just trying to expand and to provide more football coverage for everybody out there. So, but Darren, how's everything going with you, man? Before we get into the nuts and bolts of everything, X's and O's, all that good stuff. How's everything going with you on and off the field?
Everything's been going good with me so far. Just finishing up off-season conditioning and lifting whatever we have going on. Finishing up some. We've been doing a little bit of throwing, a little bit throwing sessions for the group. So everything been good so far. Just trying to finish up the summer and get ready for fall camp and the season.
Cool, man. Yeah. So tell us a little about yourself, so our audience gets to know you a little bit better, man.
Well, like you said, I'm a quarterback at Georgia State University. I'm originally from Conway, South Carolina. Just going into my senior year in college, so just really just ready to make some things happen. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
So were
Yep.
you? So you transferred in to Georgia State. What played a factor into you transferring over here from your other school?
Just feeling like it was a better fit for me offensively wise and kind of like school wise. I felt like it was a better fit for me and my family in a whole sense. Can't really turn down playing in Atlanta. That was a great benefit of being here. So just all those kind of together and kind of the atmosphere that I kind of seen that Georgia State was kind of building here was just it kind of just fit for me and kind of something I want to be a part of.
Yeah, and we are on the come up. Georgia State, I believe, man, we're going to be a championship team within the next couple of years because they're like you said, the chemistry we're building up there is really special. I can see it
Yeah.
just by watch you guys go out there and play, man. And just the camaraderie that you guys have. And you can speak on that. How important it is for a football team to have that. So I look forward to seeing what's coming for the future for the Panthers, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But last season you guys went 8-5. You finished the year with 1,715 yards, 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Talk about just overall the past season, 2021, what you learned, and what can you build upon going into 2022 moving forward.
I felt like our team during last year just kind of really focused on ourselves and instead of like focusing on everybody else and what everybody else was doing. I feel like we just we put ourselves in a hole a little bit at the beginning of the season and just kind of just fought our way out. And the only way we was gonna fight our way out is fighting together. And I feel like we did a great job of that. And just kind of coming together as a team and then coming together as one and just kind of just taking one game at a time and just stacking on the wins, stacking on the great days we have of practice and stuff like that, and just keep stacking days to get better at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So speak, man, on how important you mentioned just fighting together. Speak on how important that is for a football team to have a brotherhood and that camaraderie with each other in the locker room, and to have that chemistry and how it translates to the field, off the field as well. Talk about how important that is for a team.
Like we spend so many days together. Like our team, did everybody just sees the Saturdays and us out there playing. Like we have our practices, our off-season conditioning, lifting, all the other things that we do together. We do team cookouts. We're about to do a team Stone Mountain run in probably like next week or so. So like we do a bunch of stuff together, and we always around each other, and just being able to have that team chemistry and that camaraderie that we have is go benefit us on the field because at the end of the day we got to go out there and fight for each other, and that's what's going to make our train go.
Yeah, it's important, because once everybody's on the same page, and that translates to the field, that translates to offense, defense, special teams. Everybody's playing for the same goal. That's to win a championship, also to get to the NFL, right? So, and that's how important it is, man. Being playing football myself, I know too. For a while going up to high school, man, it's important to be on the same page. Everybody, all your teammates, you guys fighting for that same goal, having a brotherhood, being cool. Because then it's easier and it makes things much more simpler once you get on the field. Everybody's got that same plan and they're going to attack it and execute. Execution is important, as you probably know. I'm sure Coach Elliott has been preaches that all the time, right? Got to execute.
Sure.
Yeah. So Darren, man. So looking back, man, with Georgia State, do you guys believe that you are one of the better teams in college football? Like, do you truly believe, you guys believe that you're one of the best college football teams in the state of Georgia, and just overall, man? What's the field? How are things going in the locker room right now? What's the vibe going in the locker room?
We coming off of how we ended last year, kind of ending with the program most wins in school history.
That's right.
And we said it. We broke what the standard was before, and it's time to excel. It's time to move past that. It's time to break to a new standard at this point in time. And like we said, our goal is the Sun Belt Championship. I mean, we came in second last year, coming behind App State. This year, it's time to move up. It's time to expand. It's time to extend like our dominance in this league and the Sun Belt. And it's time to just kind of get our name out there and just kind of get a championship under our belt and just kind of get some notice for Georgia State.
Yeah, absolutely. So now NIL, man, has been huge over the past couple of seasons with, players being able to get paid for, their name, image, and likeness. So talk about, man, how big of an impact you feel that the NIL has right now on collegiate sports, not just football, but any sport, and how much that has changed our game, particularly football.
The NIL stuff it's crazy. Just some of the deals you hear about, especially like from the Power 5 schools. You hearing about guys making six figures. You hear about all these deals they having and all that. So it's crazy, and it's definitely changed how college football is and just how people are getting paid off their name and image and likeness. But I feel like, for me personally, it's not really a big thing to me, I'm kind of trying to get to the next level and trying to make my money there. But, it's been crazy to hear all these stories about how the money that even like some of these quarterbacks are making. And
yeah, it's crazy,
all
man.
These field positions. Some of the players are making more money than the coaches, and it's just crazy how when you think about it like that, and then, it just makes the college football, like the atmosphere just kind of different.
Yeah, and you talk about the player movement as well because of NIL, right? Because these schools offering all these kids these money to come to their school and play for them. It's crazy. Like the wide receiver that went to USC, I forget his name, but man,
crazy amount of numbers. But the numbers be crazy. They'd be crazy.
Yeah. And, so it's all the player movement, and that affects the, of the schools, right, in the conference. It just has a big ripple effect, I feel, on the game right now, really on every sport, like I said, basketball as well. So, just it's something that, players have been wanting, and they got it, so now they're getting the bag.
They're going to take full advantage of it. They're going to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, got to take advantage of it. Right. Absolutely.
You put it out there, people go definitely use and take their full advantage of it. Sure.
Mm-hmm, definitely. Yeah, man. So being a quarterback out in the field, what do you feel is the most important thing for your offense to be and set, in full motion, like ready to go? What has to happen when you go out there, you guys break the huddle, you get ready to go to the line of scrimmage? What is the most important thing for you being a quarterback, leading that offense? What has to be right, perfect for, the offense to be flowing in good motion?
Like we said, especially like for our offense, the big thing is like just making sure we keep the tempo. Like we're a fast-paced team. We like to push the tempo. We like to push it and make defense get tired. We like them to be messing up coverage, messing up their defensive line, whatever they got to do, messing up things because we putting the tempo on them. So that's one. That's the big thing. And then two, like we talked about earlier, just everybody being on the same page, everybody being able to execute. That's those two things for us. Those are the big things, and that's what makes us successful. When we were successful last year, we had a great tempo, and we were executing at the top. So those two things are what's going to push our program to be even better offensively wise and also defensively wise.
Yeah, and the chemistry with your receivers, man. Speak how important that is and how big of impact you can have it has on your offense when you and your top guys catching the ball out there on the same page. You know, you're clicking, offense is moving, you know, getting first downs. Talk about how important it is to have chemistry with your receivers that you develop, not, you know, in the off season, you know, away from school, you know, just talk about how big of an impact that makes.
That's definitely important for us, and that's definitely important for me personally. Just being able to have a relationship with them guys and being able to talk to them and be on the same page with them. Because at the end of the day, I just want to get them the ball as much as possible. They make me look good. They make all the plays. I just not to get them the ball. So just being on the same page with them and being able to have that relationship, like it's been good to be able to talk to Thrash. It's been good to talk to Jakias, those guys that are coming back. Just being able to chop it up with them and just being able to have my voice this year, kind of just last year, just not just transferring in and kind of not being able to speak or just trying to find my way in how the program is and stuff like that. It's been good this year, just kind of take the reins a little bit and just kind of be a leader and just kind of we could all just kind of figure out what we want to do in our offense and how we want to run it, things of that nature.
Yeah. Leadership, you know, like you mentioned, that's important as well. The quarterback, that's your team, man, you know, and once you get everybody on the same page, again, like we mentioned earlier, you know, fighting for that same goal, going to work, you know, each and every day to get better, you know, those are the teams, you know, I always say this, the strong will survive, you know, so
Yeah.
once your strength is built up through that, you know, not just on the field, but off the field, in the locker room, mentally, physically, that's important. So, talk about this, man. You know, how would you say your relationship with Jesus Christ has played a role in your life, man? Not just on the field, but off the field as well, you know, and moving throughout that, man. Talk about that.
You know, my mom is big, keep God first. You know, that's always been something she's been preaching to us, me and my little brother and stuff like that. So just always just knowing that God has put me in these positions to do what I'm blessed to do. Just I had the talent to do it. So God has always put me in the situations. He's always put me in situations that I've always feel like I could handle. And it's just been great. You know, it's just been a great blessing to be able to go to school to play football on full scholarship and stuff like that. And that's nothing but the thanks to God. So
Yeah.
that's just really been a big thing for me.
Yeah, man, great stuff right there. You know, God gives us all our different talents, man, and it's important, you know, that we have patience as well, you know, to live out His plan for us. You know, obviously His plan for you. You know, I don't know what that is specifically, but right now it's being starting quarterback at Georgia State, trying to get us a championship in here. You know, but you know, all we do know is that as long as we continue to trust in Him and the plan that He has for us, and you know, just continue to act on that, continue to strive to be like Him each and every day, pursue Him, good things will come in our favor. So, but now, Darren, you know, what would you say is the biggest thing for Georgia State to improve on as a team collectively, offense, defense, special team, wherever it may be, moving into 2022? Now, looking, you know, going off of this past season, you know, you guys had a great year. You know, what's the energy that you can take into the next season with you, you know, to make the team improve, get better?
You know, we definitely ended the season strong, and I feel like, you know, we lost 5 games last year, and I felt like a couple of them was so close that we just needed to finish games. Like,
yeah, finish.
Just being able to finish games strong, being able to finish out teams that are lagging behind or that we're just close games, just tight at the end of the game, just being able to finish those games and close them out, and just don't give teams a chance to come back and beat us. Like I'm thinking about games like Louisiana Lafayette, the Auburn game. Thinking about games like that where we were so close to winning those games and just not being able to close them out and being able to finish them. Those really, you know, you think about those in the offseason a lot, just being able to finish those type of games.
Yeah, you know, kind of reminds me of another Atlanta team. Finishing games is important, right?
For sure, you gotta finish those games. You got them in your hand. You gotta finish them.
Yeah, I had to throw that in there, man. You know, I'm a Falcons fan too, so you know, I had to throw that in there because it's.
I understand.
You know, it irks me so much, but you know, speaking on what you said, man, you know, finishing, you have to finish, right? You know, 4-quarter game. You know, got to play all 4 quarters, you know, and so The teams that do that, they win. So most of the time at least. So, but yeah, man. Overall, I think this is going to be a good season for y'all. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes out. So I just want to wish good luck to you guys as you're moving into the season, 2022, your senior season. So ball out, man. But one more bonus question for you, man. If you could, if you could have anything in the world right now, what would it be? Anything at all? Anything.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. The NFL contract.
Yeah.
The NFL contract.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's one of the things
for sure.
I really want right now. Trying to get an NFL contract. That's the main thing, main goal right now. My main want.
Oh yeah, yeah. That is a very good wishful thing that you to have, right? Get that bag, man. The league, get that bag. So, represent Georgia State.
You know it.
Yeah, man. But thanks, Darren, for coming on the podcast with us today, talking some ball. And
appreciate it, man.
Again, good luck to you guys. Wish you the best. Hopefully, we can bring us a chip here in Atlanta to the Center Park Stadium. So,
trying to get that sun built, man.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for coming on, man. Thank you guys for watching out there, subscribing to us here on YouTube. Again, check us out on all your favorite podcast platforms. We're on there. Jay's Fifth Down Football Podcast. I'm your host, Jaden. Again, with Darren Grainger, starting quarterback at Georgia State University. Catch you guys later.